Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode. We'll be looking into a different car. And this is a car which is associated with a particular class of people because it's a car which is used also to show maybe in terms of political class, maybe in terms of the class in which you get to fit the society. And the car that we'll be talking about is a car that Toyota really took their time and resources to build because it has every component, the best of every component that you'll get in any other car. And apart from just showing the class in the society, it's a car which gets to outperform any other car out there. The car that we'll be talking about is the legendary Toyota Land Cruiser, the 200 series. And these are cars which they come with different variants depending on where they come from. There are those ones which come from Japan, and we also have those ones which come from regions like the UK. But we'll be looking into some small different. Remember, we have the ZX, we also have the AX, and we also have the VX. So remember, we'll be looking into these three variants, and I'll be showing you what difference does each have, and of course what you need to expect with this car. So stay tuned, and of course stick around because I'll be taking you through this discussion. My name is Willie, and of course, if it's your first time coming across my videos and you haven't considered hitting the subscribe button, please do so that whenever I get to bring you a new episode, you can always be part of this team. So I'll just go ahead and get to give you a few seconds. I'll have a countdown to 5 to make sure that you get to hit that subscribe button, as well as before we get into the main segment, whereby we'll be looking into everything that you need to know about the Land Cruiser, the V8 version. I'll count to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into the main segment, guys. Well, guys, with the Toyota Land Cruiser, the V8 version, we'll be looking into the petrol, the one that is usually powered by the petrol engine. And we'll also be looking into some few specs here and there regarding the turbocharged, the diesel version. But our main focus is the V8 petrol engine. It's also important to understand that the Land Cruiser, it has every spec that you can get out there in the car. Maybe being an off-road car, maybe a luxury car, maybe enough capacity car. Remember, we're talking about a car which is a 7-seater car because apart from just having 2 seats in front, 3 and the second row, it has additional 2 more at the rear part, I mean the boot. So but for these two seats, they are usually foldable, as we'll be looking into that as we get to look into the interior features of this car. It's also important to understand that these car, the Land Cruiser, they are really associated mostly with the political class, and the reason for that is because these are car which is very powerful. It can go anywhere you want it to go, as well as it's a car which is spacious, as well as the Toyota have really incorporated some very advanced and luxury features, making this car to be top tier. So those are things that we'll be looking into when we get into details. So for now, guys, it's important that we get to start by looking at the motor that gets to power this car so that we can get to understand where is this strength coming from. So let's just go ahead and get into the engine compartment. Well, when it comes to the motor that gets to power this car, I remember we were talking about a V8 engine, and I get to explain to you what V8 means. It basically means that this car has 8 cylinders, and in most cases they usually come with a V type, meaning the 8 cylinders, they look like this. We have 4 on this side, and we also have 4 on the other side, so they look like, that's why in most cases you will hear somebody talk about the V type V8, because we have 4 cylinders and 4 cylinders, which gets to form a shape like a V type. So the engine that gets to power this car, especially the petrol version, is called the 1UR, and this is it's a very heavy duty engine. And of course, apart from just being heavy duty, it's an engine which is very reliable, especially if you be a person who gets to maintain it or get to give it service as it requires, or as per the mileage. This is an engine which can really get to serve you for a very long time. So remember, this engine, as we get to see in most Toyota cars, it has double overhead camshaft. And I remember I've said time and again in so many episodes that the double overhead camshaft, what they gets to help is that the engine becomes more calm, because I remember with the double overhead camshaft, they do assist when it comes to pushing in terms of the clean air intake, as well as pushing out the exhaust gas. So with the double overhead camshaft, also the lifespan of this engine gets to last more, meaning it gets to serve you for a very, very long time. So remember, with the V8 engine, we are talking about an engine which has the capacity of 4,600 cc, which is 4,600 cc. And remember, guys, these are very, 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 very powerful engine, and these are powerful. Even it's powerful to a level it can get to pull a lorry comfortably. So when it comes to the V8, it's no joke. Remember, this engine gets to give out the power of around 318 horsepower. Remember, that's almost three times of what you get with cars like the Premium or the Nyoka Nyoka. So it's basically three times. So you can imagine with such power under one car. When it comes to fuel system of this engine, we are talking about the electronic fuel injection, meaning this fuel, they're usually controlled by the ECU, the electronic control unit, and that gets to assist when it comes to fuel regulation as well as fuel consumption. So that's something you really get to notice with most V8 engine, particularly the Toyota. So it's very, very important that you get to understand that. So remember, this car is usually a four-wheel drive, meaning it's being pushed by the four wheels, and in most cases they are usually full time, meaning apart from those ones which they have an extra lever whereby you can get to lock in the differential or unlock. In most cases, most of them, they are full-time four-wheel drive. So it's very, very important to understand that. So also with this car, we are talking about four valves in every cylinder. So remember, it has eight cylinders, so you do 4 times 8. So basically this car has 24 valves. Remember, four valves in each cylinder. So also, this engine usually come paired with either an automatic transmission system, or there are those ones which they have the manual transmission system. But for those ones which have the automatic transmission system, they do have the six-speed that is gear system, which is very, very important. And of course, it gets to push this car to top speed in just a few seconds. So that's also something worthwhile noting. So with the engine, there's nothing much to tell. Basically, engine capacity, and of course, remember, this car, because of the big size, it also comes with sometimes you may find they have double radiators to help cool the system, because in most cases this car can really, really perform or go long distances. Remember, these are very, very, it's a long-term car. So it's a car which can get to cover long distances, and of course with that comes the need of having double radiators. So that's also something that we'll be realizing with the V8 engine. So basically that's all with the engine. Let's now go ahead and get to look into interior features of this car. Well, guys, when it comes to the interior, remember, as I said earlier, the Toyota Land Cruiser, the V8, Toyota have really, really tried to improve and, of course, get to bring that luxury feel or comfort into this car. Remember, we're talking about the seven-seater. So, looking at the center console, you can see some of the latest technologies that you can get out there with the German machine. You'll also be seeing with the that is in the Toyota V8. So we start with things like we have perforated leather seats, which gets to assist when it comes to cooling. It also gets to give you that comfort. They are not close to they're close to bucket seats, but they have that advanced feature. You can see looking at this part, they are perforated. This gets to really assist when it comes to cooling, as well as remember these seats also they are heated. So apart from the seats also they have they're adjustable, meaning you can get to pull them forward or push them back by just pressing some button. So the electric powered seats when it comes to adjustment. Looking at the center console here, some trims you may find they come with large touch screen display, which has of course the infotainment system. We're also talking about things like Google Map. All those are things that you'll be seeing mostly with the V8. So that's something you'll be seeing with mostly with the V8. They do come with especially the latest models, they do come with a very, very big display at the center console. So remember this one, we're talking about a car which combines both power, reliability, as well as that luxury comfort. Looking here in the middle of the center console, we have more space. We have cup holders. We also have these extra knobs over here. These they could be for adjusting in terms of the radio volume. Remember this system, this infotainment system also has the ability to connect to your mobile phone, so you can get to just control your phone from here. Looking at the steering over here, we have extra buttons which are also just control or an extension of what we have in the infotainment system. So looking at this part here, looking at this part over here, and let me just quickly let me get looking at this part here. We have some extra buttons. We have things like a lane assist, which you'll be seeing with most advanced Toyota, the Toyota that is Land Cruiser. Comes with things like the driver lane assist, which gets to help the driver, especially when you're cruising the highway, and it can get to guide you when it comes to that. We also have these buttons over here. These are to control the side mirrors. The side mirrors, they're also electric powered, meaning you can get to fold them or to open them by just pressing a few buttons over here. We're also talking about things like in the center console, we have the climate control system, which for this one, they do come with double climate control system, meaning you can get to raise the temperature or get to lower the temperature as you please. So this one, you can see this is an automatic. As for those ones which have they're not full-time for four-wheel drive, you'll see them with an extra lever which gets to help to lock the differential. So in most cases, this car also come with they do come with a sunroof. Most of them you will be seeing they have sunroof, and that's the reason why they are used by politicians, because the politician can get to stand over there and of course get to address the audience from there. So in most cases you'll be seeing this car, they do come with a sunroof. So looking at this car, you can see it has very enough leg room as well as the headroom. This car is usually very big, and that's why I guess that's why so many people they get to prefer, because you can get to carry extra luggages. You can as well as use it as a family car. So those are some of the things that I guess to give this car an advantage, and of course be preferred by many. Look at this point over here. You can see these buttons. These are to adjust the seat. For the center console also, it extends all the way, so the passengers in the second row they can get to access the ventilation for the air control. So when it comes to things like safety, this car also they have really tried to push it to the next level. We have the passengers airbag over here. We also have the driver's airbag over here, and also, of course we also have extra on the doors. So they also come with extra airbags on the doors. So the side airbags. So some advanced features you may find, they have extra a screen on the rears of the seat. So those are they could be also be market upgrades, aftermarket upgrades. Also, it's also important to understand with this car, you can get to fold the rear seat so that you get to have extra space to of course to put your luggages. You can as well also get to slide or to fold those seats in the second row, and of course you get to have more space to carry more luggage. So that's also an advantage that comes with these cars. You can see like this one, it has the parasonic sunroof, as I said earlier, but these aspects that you'll be seeing with most of them, especially here in Africa, they do come with that roof, slidable roof. So this car also comes with things like parking sensors, and I get to see them clearly. The cameras, of course, they also are connected to this display over here, meaning you can get to see whatever is behind you from just looking at that screen. So you can see like this one look exactly like your phone. So also another feature to realize with this car is that most of them they have this button. They just come with the start button, as well as they are also keyless. So that's also a feature that you'll be realizing with these. Most of the Land Cruiser, the V8, of course, the ZX series. And of course, to quickly get to give you to put you into context, it's important that you get to understand that the ZX is usually bigger than the VX as well as the AX. So that's basically only. That's only the difference that you'll be realizing with the ZX. So now let's just go ahead and get to look into the exterior features of this Toyota Land Cruiser V8. Well, looking at the V8, you can't fail to miss these big wheels, which makes the car also to look very, very big. Despite the fact that the car is also big, with these big wheels, we are talking about wheels which are 20-inch wheels, makes the car to look very, very big. And of course, looking at the car, the first thing you'll also be realizing is this bold, very aggressive grille, of course, with the legendary Toyota logo. Remember, this is a car from Toyota, so they usually get to include that Toyota logo in the middle of that grille. So looking at their different variants, you can get to see there are those ones which comes with different grills. But remember, this grill, they are also we'll also be seeing their advanced or nice looking grills which are aftermarket upgrades. Like for this one, you can see we also have this camera over here, which also assists when it comes to navigating. It can get to give the driver some good view. But what we'll be realizing, and of course, it's an identity or something associated with the Land Cruiser V8, is this is a very big car with this very aggressive, bold-looking front face, and of course, without forgetting these very powerful headlights. We are talking about these headlights which are LED, as well as they do come with the halogen reflectors, which makes the headlights to be very, very powerful. Some variants, they may come with extra fog lights. You can see we have those ones which comes with the fog lights. Majority of them, they do come with the fog lights, which really gets to assist on your cruising in places where the weather is not that friendly or that clear. You can get to switch on those headlights, those fog lights, and you'll have good visibility. Looking at the rear part, we have these big rear lights which are basically, with this car everything is extra large because the car is also big in terms engine, carbon capacity, the outside look. This car is extra large. So for that case, you'll also be seeing this big rear headlight, yeah, as well as they're also LED, which gives the give visibility when you're cruising behind this car. You can get to see it clearly. But most of the variants, they do come with a spoiler, which gives the car also that sporty feel and look. And of course, looking from the front side, you can see they have this car has a very, very big hood to cover that V8 engine, which is underneath. So in most cases, most of them, they do come with side blinkers on side mirrors. As I said earlier, these side mirrors, they're electric powered, meaning you just need to press a button and they get to fold. We also have the side door rail, which gets to allow uh, the passenger, when coming on board, you can get to step, and of course you get in the car comfortably. And also remember, this car can also get it's also appropriate to be used when it comes to off-road. Also with the 20-inch wheels, it gives the car very good ground clearance, which is something that you'll be noticing with the V8 majority of them. So you can see we're talking about the ZX. So these are how you get to identify there are those ones which have the VX, the ZX, as well as the AX. So the ZX is the bigger version of all. So basically, those are some of the features that we'll be realizing with the V8 Toyota Land Cruiser. And let me know your experience with this car. If you do like the car, some of the things that you get to like about this car, talk to me on the comment section. And of course, I would really, really appreciate. If it's your first time coming across my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I would really, really appreciate. Peace, guys, for now.